What is the deal, YouTube? What's the deal, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. First preseason game of the year. Um, and if you watch my prediction video, the one thing that I said, and I think it's the one thing that was on a lot of people's minds, uh, especially when you're watching these preseason games. If you are and you know, but I've seen a lot of like casual fans that will place a lot of value in the outcome of some of these games. Like I really, you have to understand, no, I place no value in the outcome of some of these games, in the outcome of these preseason games. The most important part of these preseason games for me was just coming out of it and seeing the young players getting an idea of what these young players could do. And there was a lot of young players to talk about. And under any other circumstances, those young players would be the most important part of these preseason games. Seeing how they perform, seeing how the game plan is kind of coming together. But you understand in a preseason game, especially versus a team that you're going to play again, you're not going to see very much of the offense or whatever the case may be. You're not going to see it's going to be very, very vanilla. You know what I mean? That's all you're going to see. But the most important thing that you want in these preseason games is to come out of these preseason games without injuries. And in the first fucking play, I shit you not, Raekwon McMillian, the starting middle linebacker for the Miami Dolphins, goes down. Now, from every single report that I've read, everything that I've read, everything that I saw posted, um, I've heard that it is an ACL injury. The Dolphins are fearing that this is an ACL injury and that he will be out possibly for the entire season. And this changes the entire defense completely. Um, if you look on my screen right now, I will give you my source. My source is Andy Slater, and he is confirming the Dolphins believe rookie linebacker Raekwon McMillian tore his ACL. Andy Slater, just in case you guys don't know who he is, he's a talk show host at 940 Wins and iHeartRadio. And yeah, yeah. So, I mean, and if you go back to my previous video, that was the one thing that I said I did not want to see. Um, Injuries, fucking injuries, man. It's unbelievable that we've now lost the quarterback of our offense and the quarterback of our defense within a 2 week time span. Within 2 weeks, we've lost both quarterbacks. So let's talk about some of the good things, because there was a lot of good things. That was the biggest thing. And no, injuries happen. It's crazy that this was an injury this big. But I want to go through some of my notes. Yes, I did take notes on this game. I don't normally take notes. Normally, when I sit down and talk about something or anything, I'm going straight from the hip. I'm going straight off the top of my head. But I did take some notes because there was a lot to go. There's a lot to talk about. Leonte Carroo with a great reception, a great pass by Doherty, throwing him away from the sideline, and Leonte Carroo showing what he can do, getting a nice touchdown on the play. Jakeem Grant showing some bunnies, little short guy going up and getting the ball. I also saw Jakeem Grant dive to catch a pass, showing some pretty sure dive to catch a punt return. I was kind of scared for him there, but he dove and he got it, showing some pretty sure hands. Jakeem Grant reversing field, breaking a few tackles on punt returns, and becoming a hard guy to tackle. I posted on my page that I thought if Jakeem Grant gains about 10 to 15 pounds and just becomes solid muscle. You know how like Darren Sproles is? They're like the same size, but fucking Sproles is like a bowling ball. He's fast as shit. Maybe not as fast as Jakeem Grant, but he's rock solid. If Jakeem Grant gets that kind of size, he's gonna be a problem. He's already hard to tackle. You were seeing some of that in the preseason. Now, I don't want to put too much into preseason because, of course, there's a lot of guys out there that would be that. There's a lot of guys out there right now that won't be out there during the regular season. So you can't put too much stock into it. But that was pretty impressive by Jakeem Grant, showing some flashes. Stringfellow, yes, Stringfellow out there looking like Randy Moss. He's out there looking like Randy fucking Moss. Yo, I'm like, whoa, where did this 6'2" guy come from? A Wasu looking nice. A Wasu looking nice with a pretty nice pass. And I found my video that I posted. So we can watch this Wasu pass. We'll watch some of these highlights. You know what? Damn, I don't know if YouTube is gonna fuck with me. Sometimes YouTube will fuck with me if I show highlights and shit like that. So you know what? No, I'm not. I want to show highlights, but I don't want YouTube to take my video down. I don't. I don't want YouTube. I want to show it, but I don't want them to fuck with me. So yeah. But yeah, Stringfellow with a big pass. Caught a pass. Looked like a 15-yard pass. Reverse field, juked the defender out of his shoes and took it to the fucking house. Looked amazing. Fucking amazing. Um, out there for the young receiver. We're so loaded at wide receiver, man. I would not want to be the coaching staff having to decide which one of these receivers we're going to keep and which we're going to let go. Like, I really don't, because there's so much talent. So much talent. And the crazy part about it is that every single last one of these receivers of outside of Jakeem Grant and Carew, they're all big receivers. We've got some big fucking receivers on that second and third team. I'm talking about guys who are 6'2", 6'3", big, physical, fast fucking receivers. And of course, I understand. I know about the Morgans and that other kid that came out of. I think he came out of Nebraska. But those outside guys, I'm not talking about the slot guys, but we got some big fucking outside receivers. Some big guys. So our outside guys really need to be aware that these young kids have a chance of not only making this team, but if they show enough, who knows? Especially the guys that are like Devontae Parker, who could be up for a contract in a couple years. A guy like Stringfellow is a guy who can. And you know what? Let me not jump the gun. It's preseason. It's preseason. It's one preseason, but what I saw tonight, he was fucking balling out. But I've seen guys ball out in the preseason and not do a goddamn thing in the regular season. Just preseason warriors. You know what I mean? Man, crazy. So those are the biggest things. The other thing that I saw is I saw a little bit of pressure coming from Charles Harris. No sacks I think we had one sack, but no sack from the Wakes and the Harrises and the guys who we expect to get pressure. Um, I expected to see a lot from that upfront defensive line. It's the first preseason game, but not a lot of flashes. Hayes looked good. Hayes looked relentless, so that was a good thing. But I saw Harris getting kind of handled by the second and third offensive line. So I don't know. That was kind of disappointing. I hope that's not something that continues. I really hope that wasn't something that continues. Adam Gase is getting ready to go live here and talk. Fuck, I can watch it, but I'm not gonna be able to hear it. So he's Adam Gase is actually talking right now. But some good. Uh, Fortunately, that was the only injury. There was one other guy that got injured, um, but that didn't look too serious. But it's like that one. As soon as Raekwon went down, the game became a whole lot less interesting. And sure, we had all of the other flashes of plays and things of that nature. But as soon as he went down, I was ready to almost turn the game off. It was like fuck, because last season, linebackers were probably the worst position on the team. And you go out and you pick up fixes, and he was really one of the key fixes on this defense, along with Timmons. And in a flash, in one play, it's done. It's like, God damn. And now we're pretty much back. We're back with Kiko and Timmons, which is still an improvement on what we had last year. But wow, that's crazy. That's very crazy. Anyway, folks, I will talk to you guys next time. Dolphins do get the win. If you care about that, I don't give a shit about preseason wins at all. I know teams that have went 4-0 in preseason, got to the regular season and went 3-13. Preseason means nothing to me. There is no Super Bowl after the preseason. Like, you don't go 4 preseason games and go play the Super Bowl. That's not the way it works. I'm just saying. And I know there's I can't believe some of the casual fans I run into. Yes, we won a preseason game, bruh. Sit your ass down somewhere. Anyway, make sure that you follow me on Twitter. If you're not following me on Facebook, make sure that you add me on Facebook. I will leave my Facebook page down in the description. Of course, I did stream the entire game tonight. So if you're somewhere where you didn't get to, you don't have an opportunity to watch the games, I will probably be streaming every single game that I'm off. If I'm off, and I'm not working when the game comes on, then I'm probably going to be streaming it to my page, to my Facebook page. I don't know about YouTube. I tried to stream on YouTube before, but I don't know what type of situation I'm going to run in with the copyrights. YouTube copyrights are stupid. Like YouTube, I can have a video up for 2 minutes and it'll get flagged fucking down for copyright infringement. So, yeah. So I'm probably gonna just be streaming on my Facebook page. So check out my Facebook page. That link will be down in the description. Follow me on Twitter at casual at KASUWELL. Second preseason game is coming up. Uh, who the hell did we play in the second preseason game? Let me look. All right, so the next preseason game will be against Baltimore. I don't know how much we're gonna see of the Baltimore starters. Maybe one or two series. The third preseason game, which is usually the most interesting preseason game, will be August the 24th. Wow, it's actually my son's birthday. So August the 24th at 7 o'clock. I'll probably be home by then. We will be talking. Be talking Dolphins football. That will be the third game of the preseason. That's the game where we're probably going to see 2 quarters of the starters. We'll probably see exactly who the starting quarterback is going to be. It's going to be Jay Cutler or Matt Moore, and whoever it is, we'll probably get to see them out there with the ones for at least 2 quarters, and we'll see exactly what the offense is starting to look like. It will still be very vanilla, but we'll get to see what they look like. We'll get to see the offensive line, probably minus Pouncey, out there, and get to see exactly what we have. So, anyway, folks, I'll talk to you guys next time. Hard hitting sports in your face, cooler than the other side of the pillow. Peace.